Hey, we're live. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Great to have you with us, and hopefully this is a good way to start the new year. I know we've already started it, but the first fold. Jess, Eric, lovely to have you here. Hello, Eric. Thank you as well for both of you, both Jess and Eric. You've been so busy. Thank you for your kind and amazing revelations, Eric, as to what else can be done with this star box. And Jess, you've been doing so many amazing things with folding and colouring in. They're so beautiful. I love your star boxes you've been making. And Stephen, hello, happy new year. And Stephen, I think of the star box actually with you because you said about it being your favourite fold and one of the things that you really enjoyed when you were young. And so I think of the Starbucks for you as well. And Barbara, welcome. Penny, excellent. The gathering is happening. Yeah, it's a traditional fold and one many of you may very much know. But I always try and bring along things which will delight. And actually, the traditional designs are just such a joy. I think you can always find new wonderful things about them. I just love this fold. So it feels like a good way to start the new year. I thought January we could all do with. It can often be a dark time and obviously a difficult time, particularly thinking of everyone working in hospitals at this time and schools. So the real need to offer care and support, and hopefully origami is just a nice way of looking after your mental well-being, and maybe you can make little gifts and encourage others, just something beautiful that we can do to encourage each other. So I thought January, maybe we could focus on stars as, in a way, you only see them because of the darkness and they can sparkle. And that's something that we need to cultivate in ourselves, I think, over these times. And Wendy, welcome. Happy New Year to you too, to everybody. So, yeah, I shared, I can't remember if we've had a break for a week or 2 weeks. You know what? Time has just kind of gone a bit strange, but I hope it's been good for you all to have a break. I've been deliberately taking a break from lots of things that actually I very much enjoy and really missing, including this. But actually, I find it's healthy to have a break. In the past, we would go and hopefully travel or do other things, and at the moment, it's still a bit difficult to do that. We ended up cancelling plans, which was such a shame. But it's still, I think, important to get yourself offline a bit more, or just have a change. Even if you're missing stuff, it makes you appreciate it. Hello, Mel. Excellent. Welcome to the group. Lovely to have you along. Fantastic. We've got a nice gathering around the table. Yeah, and actually, I was just saying that I obviously missed maybe one or two. I can't remember how many sessions over the festive time. So this is one of the things I showed for Christmas time, and it's something that I found myself. It's not the neatest, but I really like it. I called it a spectral star reef, and just from me playing around, I've been making lots of stars. I'll be showing you some star variants maybe later in the month. We'll see. And yeah, and I like how it just shows little glimpses of other colours. So it's sort of made of stars. This is it on the back. It's kind of curious because you can see how it's folded over, but it does just about link together, and I've rather liked it. Yes, the blue, Eric. Yeah, I love the blue too. So what I was doing was I made a tougher version, and actually I ended up gluing at the back just to keep everything staying in the right position. Otherwise, things will ping out, which would be annoying. And with tougher paper, and it meant then I could roll over ink. So actually, this is sort of lovely sticky ink that you get for making lino cuts. So rolling the ink on and then pressing hard and getting some nice patterns from that. That was me experimenting for my festive cards. So that was quite nice. I love that kind of real cobalt blue. It's an unreal sort of colour. Nice contrast to the yellow, isn't it, actually? Oh, very nice. So lovely colours. I hope this is doing you good in itself. So we're almost at 5 minutes past. I usually have a good old chat before, and then we'll get started. It's just going to be probably quite a short fold. Eric, I still haven't worked out what you mean about making it. You're explaining you can make a little cube from linking them together. Oh, I rather like it being a puzzle. I don't know whether others have tried doing that. Deborah, welcome. I'm guessing maybe you can link at the back with these little things, one into the other. So maybe that's something for you to experiment with. So I think Eric was explaining you could link them together and actually put things inside it, so it's really tactile as well. Saying about rice, which is such a lovely idea. And this, yeah, it's a real joy to do. Many years ago, I was offering my work in hospitals, and there was someone who'd been this is in Oxford actually, had been on a trolley in A&E overnight, young man, and I approached him with some origami. He just couldn't believe it. So we did this, and it absolutely blew his mind. It really did. I think he'd been so understimulated, left there. Yeah, lino cutting's really good. You can easily get sort of more plastic lino, and carving out is quite easy now. It's a lovely thing to do. So, like tinkling water. I love it, Eric. Oh, so nice. Right. So if you grab yourself something to press on, obviously all these films are really for my trying to keep up my work hospital UCH in London, and very, very much thinking of everybody there at this time in hospitals generally. It's been such a long, almost 2 years, hasn't it? It's a little bit relentless. We're just everything, keeping fingers crossed, and just sending love and care and thanks and encouragement for self-care. But it's the irony, isn't it? Often when people are busiest, that's when they need self-care the most, and they don't have time for it. So all I can do is keep encouraging. Also running a staff origami club, so I'm hoping people can come along for that too. So a piece of paper, I am going to fold it in half and show you how to make a square. Maybe you have a square of paper already, I don't know, but I assume that you don't. So good strong fold, matching up those corners. Adrian, welcome, happy new year. I hope you had a good festive break. Yeah, there we go. And if you do a good strong fold, put your hand close to the edge and tear this off. So I will be sharing over this coming month stars. I've also been getting into Frobel stars as well. I think I might try and show you how to do those. It took me courage to give it a go, but I love it now. And there's all sorts of lovely things you can do with that. Also a very interesting person too. So I've been another inspiration that will come along. So I'm going to take a corner now and bring it down to make a square. Oh, brilliant. Excellent money. Thank you. Yes, everybody. If you take a look, trying to think how to describe it. If you don't have to be on Twitter to have a look, but if you look up my name, Dr. Lizzie Burns, you'll see I've been advertising an event that I'm doing called Beautiful Brains, an art science workshop. And it's going to be the chance to meet two amazing women neuroscientists, find out about their work. Most of all, ask any questions you want to about the brain. And I've been creating some resources that drawings, things to fold up, things to colour in. I'll be encouraging doodling, just being creative while asking questions and thinking about how incredible our brains are. It's supported actually by Alzheimer's Research UK. So it's really about the hope of science also in being able to help with dementia in the future. So it's celebrating hope, and it's also celebrating how incredible our brains are, how incredible science is. So this is actually where my creativity comes from, is combining science and art. So if you'd like to come on, it's completely free. You can sign up. It'll be next Saturday the 15th. We're going to remove this, and it's open to anyone. So first come, first serve. And you can go on to Eventbrite link and sign up a ticket. You're welcome to share with anyone you think might enjoy it, or if you want to hear about the science of what can change with dementia, but about the brain generally. It is fascinating. I'm going to tear that off for all ages. And surprisingly or not, origami is very relevant, actually. I'll leave it there, but I love the combination too. So we've done hopefully a diagonal line. So if you have got a square, fold it in half along that diagonal line. I've opened up. I'm going to do the other diagonal line. And for those of you who know this, I would guess quite a few of you might, but this is absolutely brilliant if you haven't done it before. It's a lovely fold, traditional fold. And it would always be one of those things I'd find in a hospital. I'd go, Starbucks. And I go, what? Starbucks? No, it's Starbucks. There's just something a bit quirky about it as well. So I've done diagonal lines. Happy? Great. So we've done the diagonal lines and then turn it over and do the horizontal and vertical. There we go. So horizontal and vertical. There we go. Like so. So hopefully you've done the diagonals on one side, turned it over, and then did the horizontal and vertical. If you need me to explain anything, if you're in the chat box, then do say. I can always show things again. It's hard to know, isn't it? Because obviously I can't see you. You can see me, but okay. I'm hoping it's worked. So as you've got it, it will. Thanks, Eric. You'll be able to. It slightly curves upwards. So just push all these pieces together, and it's a little bit like the fortune teller, isn't it? A little bit. Pushes together to make a square, and now just squash it down so it's flat. There we go. So I want you to keep the open bits at the top and gathered at the bottom. So for those of you who've done this, probably many of you many times, it's comforting though, isn't it? It's still a real joy. I think that's something wonderful about origami. You can be trying something new and it's a bit of a helter-skelter trying something new, or it could be something that we've done. Oh, that's okay, Adrian. Or it could be something that we've done maybe in the past, and actually it's comforting. You enjoy it in all sorts of different ways, I find. So we've got the open bit at the top. We're going to take the diagonal side and bring it to the middle. I know lots of you have been enjoying the Starbucks. It felt like a nice start to the new year. Something simple, something traditional, something bold, something beautiful. Almost sounds like a wedding, doesn't it? There we go. So I just took the outside and I brought it to the middle line. Make sure it goes nicely through the point. I might need to see what I'm doing to be nice and accurate. And however many times you've done these things, you have to concentrate, and that's what's lovely. So next I'm going to take the other diagonal and again bring it to that midway line, like so. So it's that open side, which almost feels like you're folding the wrong edge, but it's not. Great. So next we're going to take that bottom line there and we're going to fold up to the outside, like so. Like so. So it's down there, this line, and we're going to bring it to the outside diagonal line. There we go. And now the same with the other. So that bottom line to the diagonal line on the outside. It feels like ages since I've done this live fold. Yeah. There we go. So I hope you're all with me. Isn't that a lovely shape in itself? I'm sure there's many different things you could do. I do really like starting with something traditional and just mutating it a bit. I think lots of other people found all sorts of things that you can do with this. I recently saw some Starbucks which look like birds or with hearts, many things. So you might like to have a play around and see what else you can do. Great. So I'm going to do again this diagonal side and bring it to the middle. And it always feels like a box, which is surprisingly kind of roomy, spacious sort of box. And it's decorative too. That side to the middle line. Also reminds me a little bit of a flower or a bud opening up too. So again, it was that outside line to the middle, like so. And again, as we did before, taking that bottom line and bringing it out. So we're just folding up, keeping it all lined up there. And the same there, that bottom horizontal line to the outside. There we go. And pressing it down. There we go. I was saying it does look a bit like a little bud, doesn't it, at this point? So, next move, are you all with me? Taking our time. It's nice, isn't it, taking our time? I think that's what can make it much more relaxing. Great. Oh, that's right. So, our next step is we're going to take the little flap. Now, pulling that down, and this is actually a pocket. So, pop your finger in that pocket and push it up. And it forms like a sort of kite-like shape, I suppose, an upside-down kite-like shape. So it was like this, and I brought that down, popped my finger in that pocket, and I pushed it kind of up, and this will line up with that edge. And I want you to do the same with the other side. So again, bringing that down, putting your finger in there, and pushing it up. There we go. I always think it's like a little journey or a little piece of choreography that you learn. And actually, many of these folds you could end up doing in a slightly different way and end up in the same place. So it's quite interesting because it's where we've learned things from, often how we do it. Great. So as you've got it now, we've got these bits that stick out. I just want you to turn it back on itself. So it's sticking out here. That's at the back. I just want to take this and just reverse that fold. So this at the moment is flat and just tucking it back, but not tucking it over anything else other than itself. Otherwise it won't work. So it's out there, just folding it back behind itself. Same thing here. Again, reversing that. And there we go. So it's like that on that side. Great. And now turning it to the back. Again, same thing, bringing those little flaps down. Pop your finger in. Great. Oh really? Oh, Stephen, wow. Oh, I'm really curious now. I can't even think that out. I like the sound of that. Oh, I'd love to see. We can post a picture if you're willing or if you're able on Facebook. Maybe I just need to play around. So it's the petal fold. Is it for this area that you do the petal fold? I never quite know what petal fold means. Is it like the lilies? Oh, I'm very curious, Stephen. Thank you, though. So I guess there's many variations that you can do with any of these things. Mind-boggling. Yeah, and opening up this pocket. I'm going to have a play with that. There we go. And again, this sticks out, so folding it back behind itself, but just behind itself, not behind another one. There we go. Hello, Philip. Welcome. And again, this bit sticking out and folding it back behind itself. So hopefully you've got something like this. This is a fairly short fold today, and we will be building up over coming times what we'll do. We've got some treats ahead. I'm going to keep something else I was playing with that will be for next week, and then yeah, lots of stars, I think. So here we go. It looks like a lovely bud. So if we take this piece that sticks up and just fold it down. So we're folding it down from one corner to another. And maybe if you then turn it to the back, make sure this is all nice and lined up. Lovely, lovely pieces of geometry. I think the order is something that can really help us. I think when we feel that things aren't under our control, making something very orderly, I think, helps us. Again, so I just turn to the back, same thing, folding that down, keeping it in a straight line. And again, like leaves of a book, you can turn a page, same thing again. And again, leafing through these little pages. Great. And pushing that down. Great. Huh. Ooh, I must have a look. Thank you, Stephen. So hopefully, oh, I just realised I normally did fold at the bottom. We'll see what happens. Oh, I agree. Symmetry is really nice, Money. Well, let's see if this works. Can you see at the top? You can see there's a little opening, little box. I normally actually would have folded this bottom bit up, but at the moment we folded all those almost petals down. Let's just see what happens. I'm sure it'll work. So putting our fingers in and pop the fingers in at the bottom. So I'm putting my fingers in and stretching it out. That's it. Oh, and just bringing it out. That's interesting. I normally would have done a fold at the bottom, but it's still working. It's kind of quite curvy. So get rid of all, you can see any little wrinkles, you can get rid of those. And as you're getting your fingers in and smoothing out those areas, it's opening up into a really lovely, big, spacious little box with petals, like a star. Oh, have you? Oh, that's great. Marnie, nice, yeah, little. Actually, we'll talk about the Beautiful Brains event, and actually, I've been doing some drawings for colouring in. They look incredibly like mandalas, and they're little beautiful patterns of proteins, little fragments that can come together and form like little beautiful flowers, which look very mandala-like for colouring in. So for the event, it's also linked with some resources, some drawings I've been doing for colouring in. Maybe you might like that as well. Or if you're not able to print them out, then you could just use them as inspiration as well. And you'll see surprising inspiration from science. There we go. I hope you've managed to make a star box. I'm curious, how do these link together? Eric, I'm very curious. There's one link into, I don't know. Eric was saying that you can get lots of them together. I don't know. Maybe that's something to play around with. We could all do that. But yeah, without the fold at the base. Yes, I normally have done, but you're right. It's a really nice kind of smooth shape actually, which is really quite friendly. I hope your star box has worked. Yay! That's fantastic. Well, really glad it's worked. That's your first piece of origami. Congratulations. Isn't it amazing to have gone? That was just one sheet of paper, flat piece of paper, and look what it became. It's a really practical, beautiful little box and can remind you of spring and good things you can put inside it and of stars. Yeah, definitely. I'd hit the front of the star point. I still don't get it. Oh, maybe. Oh, is it like this? No. Like this? No. Oh, I love a puzzle. I think actually origami is very much about just being delighted with being playful and knowing eventually you'll find things if you just are kind and patient to yourself. It's about not getting frustrated too easily, but just enjoying it all as a gentle little puzzle. Oh, glad you've enjoyed that for the start of the year. I can't believe I haven't shown it before, but I felt as if I needed, it's almost like a library of folds, isn't it? I felt we needed that in the collection, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, maybe you could try other little variations as well. Excellent. Oh, was it, Eric? What did I do? I'll have to rewind that. It was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I hope this has just been a really nice, gentle, low-key, but beautiful start to your year. And definitely wishing for us all that times will get better and that let's hope this has been mutations, I suppose, folds in the virus, maybe making it less harmful, but obviously more transmissible, but let's hope overall it's evolution that can help us. We are small compared to nature. I always take that as comfort, that it's astonishing. We can never really understand things and enjoy the wonder and the beauty of that as well. I'm very, very much hoping that we all keep as safe and well as we can do. Oh, so from your childhood, that's lovely, Mummy. So look after yourselves and good, I'm glad it worked, Adrian. And I look forward to seeing you. Thanks, Wendy, next week. So at 2:00. Also, actually, again, if you look on my Twitter feed at Dr. Lizzie Burns, just my name together, There's also an event I'm doing for part of Footsteps Festival, which is actually to help support people, particularly who suffer from pain, chronic pain, but it's absolutely open to anyone. So I'm going to be doing an hour's origami fold, not quite sure what yet, but again, just gentle and lovely, just time together folding. That's actually 12:30 till 1:30, and that'll be through Zoom. But again, an Eventbrite link. So if you're interested, you're very welcome. Yeah, so that's something else too. A few nice things to look forward to. So look after yourselves. So glad, Deborah. Yeah, maybe familiar, but it's lovely, isn't it? And I look forward to what else we will be sharing together in this coming year. Take care. Bye bye, everyone. See you next week. Bye.